Come on. What are you waiting for? I am yours, man. We're gonna wreak glorious carnage throughout the land.
Hello, YouTube family. Thank you so much once again for stopping by for another episode. Today, I bring to you another MONDO 1/16 scale Spider-Man the Animated Series Carnage. This amazing piece. Shout out to the MONDO team, Attack Peter and Hector and all of those guys that are constantly filling us up with information through their Toy Talk. Alex Brewer, who doing these sculpt work. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. I'm excited to bring to you guys this amazing review. But before we do that, so y'all know I like to give a little bio of the characters that I'm reviewing. In this case, Cletus is a criminally insane merging with the symbiote simply made him more so. He acts without any regard towards the people involved. Instead, he thinks only of his personal pleasure. Kasady hates figures of authority. He saw Terri Lee's arrest of him as a personal attack and went after her when he got powers. He hated Spider-Man for the same reason. He resented his symbiotic father, Venom, for trying to tell him what to do. He accepted Dormammu's demands as it allowed him to act however he desired. Now, let's check him out. Now, alright, so starting off at the top of the head here, all of this, first of all throughout his entire body is sculpted work. So that is amazing. See that running all the way down to his buttocks. And then the eyeballs are also sculpted, and then the mouth is open. This is how he comes out of packaging. Mouth is open, and all of these little teeth looking thingies are all sculpted in as well. It looks like the mouth could have been articulated, but because you see that, but it's not articulated though. But let me tell y'all, yo, this figure feels smooth, smoother than butter. Like, you'll see in the articulation section, but this dude feels really good and smooth. He has this six-pack. Again, all of this is all sculpted work. And then looking at his back, that's what the back looks like. Nicely sculpted. And the design that you see on this side of the arm is the same design that we see on this side over here. And then for his elbows, that's what his elbows look like. Has his big claw hands. The inside has the black shading, and it is sculpted as well. That goes for both hands. For the legs, you can see the muscular going around, but it is covered with the black portion of the symbiote. And that's all throughout his body that you could kind of tell that it is covered. But that's what the legs look like. Back there looks nice because it kind of does blend in. Then with the knees bent, that's what it looks like. And as you continue going down, the design on the lower portion of the legs there, the black design is different. There's the back. So it's pretty nice that in some areas, the black portion of the symbiote is kind of identical to the other side, but then in some other areas, it's different. So you can see there in the legs. That's pretty dope. I like that. Feet is wrapped around like that. Now, I don't know why they gave Spider-Man some articulated toes, but didn't give Venom and Carnage none. But it could possibly be because of the weight of the figure. That's the bottom of it. Speaking about the weight of the figure, he's pretty light compared to Venom. He's actually pretty light. For articulation, Carnage can look all around. He can pivot it. Oh, my bad. He can pivot, look up about that much, and look down. And for the arms, he can go up about that much, and he can do the 360. He has that bicep swivel on top there. Bends at the elbow as we seen earlier. Pretty good. You can like scratch his head or something, you know. Pretty good, pretty good. For the hands is on a ball joint so he can go all around, and he does have that up and down movement. For the torso area, he can go all 360 all around. Be careful. I'm not sure if it does, but just in case, be careful because you don't want it paint rubbing inside and all of that. But it does feels really smooth, man. Then he goes to the side, he goes back about that much, and forward about that much. Not a lot to be honest, but you know. And beware is gappy. There's all black there, so you can't really tell, but yeah, gappy there. Not that much in the front though. 360 at the waist area, and a little tiny bit of side to side on the waist area. But it goes back a little bit more, you know, just a little bit. Then forward, doesn't really go forward that much from the waist area. For the legs, Carnage can do a split. He does kick forward about that much before the thigh or the whole leg starts going sideways. Does have that. Yes, I like that. Thigh swivel there, I like that. And then a knee bent as we seen earlier. And then for the foot, he does have that up and down movement. And he has ankle rockers. For accessory, he does comes with this version of the head sculpt, which is a closed mouth, and this is slightly textured, not textured, slightly sculpted, along with the eyes and the rest of his head there, so you can see. Nice. Also comes with this version of the head sculpt, which I like because as you see the difference in the squiggly lines on the eyes, that's totally different compared to the other ones. That's pretty nice. And this time around, you can see his tongue. And then the black wraparound. They designed different, the black part of the symbiote different on the head. As you can see there. So that's pretty neat. And then we have the symbiote coming off of his face. Nice sculpt all throughout. You can see the muscle cheek, the cheek muscle definition there. You see some of the animated, kind of like the shading there. You can see on the bridge of his nose. Then you see a little bit of his hair on top there too. Between the eyebrows, he has the animated lines, letting you know that he's kind of crunching his eyebrows a little bit. Crazy eyes, man. This looks nice. But then that's what the top looks like. Kind of had the little tentacles coming out like that to the side. This is a dope head sculpt. And then you get the full on mask Kasady head with the crazy hair. You can see the shading all throughout. It comes with these tentacles you can attach to his body, wrap around his arms. I don't know if they actually peg into the body. I don't see no pegging. I don't see no pegs. But yeah, these just probably wrap around somewhere around his limbs and stuff. But this is still pretty dope that they included this. He has to come with this shield that we can see. Let's bit it up. This pegs into his wrist there. Has some tentacles on the side and all of that. This is nice. All of this is sculpted. Still sculpted work back here. And then if you get a little closer, you can kind of see little fingers maybe, or just, you know, same mold, just, yeah. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Comes with this tentacle piece that does plug or attaches to the back of him and wraps around his body. Tentacles are soft plastic, so you can't articulate them, but they're soft enough for you to, you know, not mess up and stuff. That looks nice. I like it. But yeah, this piece right here, this is where it wraps around his body. You know, I don't know if it's up like that first up this way. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, pretty nice little piece. Then he has his axe hand. This is hard plastic plug in here. And it is a little ball joint in here too. He does have some more tentacles that are not attached to it. Look at all the sculpted work of the symbiote, just kind of like forming the axe. It's so nice. Then you have the sculpted black portion of the symbiote there. Then he has, I think it's called like the silch, I think it's called. But he does have this part right here. Kind of like their Green Reaper sword, not sword, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he does have this with the tentacles coming out of it. Looks nice because it looks like he's swinging it. So with this going like back, it looks like he's swinging it. So that's pretty nice. And we can see this right here. And it is kind of pointy, so be careful. Black portion are sculpted. So that's pretty nice. And then same thing, see the peg hole there, just plug it in and you can, it is articulated. It is a articulated ball joint in there, so yep. And in case you don't want to display Carnage himself all out, you still could use this piece right here. This one comes with the exclusive version. Some of these are exclusive. I should have probably separated, but I'm sorry, I forgot to do so. But here we can see Carnage with his mouth wide open. This is when it's not attached to Cletus. And he has the little hands. This hand look like they kind of do swivel a little bit. Let me see. Oh yeah, they do come out. Hands do come out, and it looks like it could just it's made to kind of swivel around. So they do have the line there, but this one looks a little different. Not 100% sure, but you can see all of the fingers there, clawed fingers. You have him yelling. You see the eyes, squiggly lines there, the eye, the black shadowing, not shadowing, but part of the black portion there, all sticking out. It is sculpted work, and then all of the tentacles coming out of him are soft. This is a nice little piece, and the bottom part is a little heavier, which is nice. So like that can hold its weight. But yeah, he does come with this. Very nice. He's yelling or yawning. But yeah, he does come with this. And look at that tongue. Nice tongue is painted on there. Little teeth. But yeah. And he does come with these hands. And he also has these hands, which these are a little bit more kind of regular hands. Still pointy fingers, but regular hands for the most part. And finally, he does come with this stand. Different than the ones that Venom and Spider-Man came with. This comes with this portion. I kind of like this a little bit, you know, because if you have to like move them around, it's not scratching the bottom. So I kind of like that, but it does come with this stand. I think you just plug it in, and that's what it looked like. I didn't push it all the way in, but that's what essentially it looked like. But yeah. So that's a wrap up of my review on Mondo 1/16 scale Spider-Man the Animated Series Carnage. This figure is pretty big. Not as big as Clayface. I was struggling trying to do that guy's review, but this one, he's pretty big, but it's manageable, a whole lot more manageable. But you know, my little tiny studio thing here going on, it's, you know, I'm missing a whole black board over here, you know. But anyways, the point is, this figure is amazing, and if you do not have him, you do not know what you're missing. If you are a fan of the animated series, Mondo is the way to go. It's like they just swung the animated series into your hands. Couple things that I'm kind of about is that even though he does feels light and doesn't weigh as much, for example, as Venom or Sabretooth, I feel like the legs could have probably had the ratchet so that whenever you are posing him, you know, he doesn't tend to like lean forward. Because his ankles, maybe that's just mine, but his ankles are a little bit, you know, they're manageable. As you can see, he's standing up pretty good. But I feel that with time, it may get to the point where he might start falling over. Other than that, the articulation is good for the most part. The accessories, this guy comes with a whole bunch of accessories. The only reason why I don't have him posted more dynamic is so that he could fit on the turntable that I have. But other than that, yo, this guy has shelf presence. Somebody comes into your house, you just show him Carnage and they'll run away, you know? This is a beast of a figure, and I'm happy I have it in my collection. And another thing, I do kind of wish that same way that their X-Men line has the bio on the boxes, I kind of wish that the Spider-Man and also Batman animated, it would have been nice if they had the bio too, you know? But they don't. But that's just a little thing. And also, Carnage doesn't come with the little cool flaps that we see the other ones come with. But, you know, you still get a decent little art, as y'all seen in the beginning. But Bible verse of the day. I do want to actually read a section for you. And this section is in 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 through 11. Keeping in mind Carnage here, it says, "Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that he may exalt you in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Discipline yourself, keep alert. Like a roaring lion, your adversary, the devil, prowls around, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, steadfast in your faith, for you know that your brothers and sisters in all the world are undergoing the same kind of suffering. And after you have suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, support, strengthen, and establish you. To him be the power forever and ever. Amen." If you guys have any questions, concerns, or you guys want to share something, or you guys need any prayer, you can just email me at outoftheboxreviews@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to chat it up with some of you guys, you know. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for some pictures at the end. And as always, y'all be blessed.
Dad! Ready for some father-son quality time? Between